In today's video, I'm going to share 5 tips about Yugitubing or YouTube that I've learned over the last 2.5 years of doing this myself and growing this channel to where it is now. Of course, if you already are a Yugituber and you're doing YouTube, there's no reason why you can't implement some of the tips and strategies that I'm going to be sharing with you today to improve your content and overall YouTube journey. But hey, if you're new here, why not join the 414 community by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out. So with that being said, let's roll intro and get straight on to the tips. Tip number 1, I believe, is planning. If you're just getting started, you're just getting into it, number 1, what's your channel going to be about? Obviously Yugioh, that's why you're here, but there's different aspects. There's deck profiles, there's duel, there's openings, there's discussion, there's theories. So plan out what it is exactly that you want to do. Another question you've got to ask yourself is, what do you want from this? Are you going to be doing this as just a hobby, just something just to pass the time, a bit of fun, or do you want to actually, go down the more serious route and try and make something out of it? Plan this in the early stages because it's going to allow you to kind of hit the ground running, if that makes sense. Another thing you've got to ask yourself is, can you fit this into your already busy schedule? One thing that I always suggest doing is creating an upload schedule. So how many videos do you want to make a week? I'd recommend the minimum at least 1 a week. Consistency is the key to growing on YouTube, especially if you want that fan base. They're going to want something from you consistently. So at least 1 video a week. So make sure you can schedule that in. Obviously you need time to record, you need time to edit, and you need time to post. And if you can, market the thing, try and get some promotion out there, which is quite hard, but just get involved with the community, and there's no reason why people won't start to see your videos. Obviously there's loads of tips and tricks on how to get your video out there in front of people, something I may go into in a later video. Tip number 2 is presentation or presentation. So this stems down from how people pursue your channel. Obviously with your videos, the first 8 seconds matter, and if you get past those first 8 seconds and the people actually enjoy that video, they'll then go across to your channel, and that's the make or break as to whether they become a subscriber or they just click away. So what I mean by this is, in terms of presentation, is first of all, most importantly, your channel name. Make sure it's nothing too long and filled with, funny enough, a lot of numbers. I mean, you know what I mean. My old channel name, for anyone that stuck with me for a while, was Gareth William 414. For me, that was quite a long name, and often people would get the name wrong. So it's like Gareth's or Gareth Williams and things like that. So I made the change to go for the shortened 414 Yugioh. It's shorter, it's easier to remember, and it's got a bit of a ring to it. So that's definitely helped me in my growth. Another thing you want to look at as well is your channel overall. Make sure your banner is nice and presentable. You want something that's clear and concise and that people know what your channel's about. So ideally you want your channel name and just a kind of subheader as to what your channel does, as you can see like I've done with mine. As well as that, your profile picture, make sure that matches your channel banner artwork. You want to keep it all, you want a kind of theme for your channel, so make sure that all sticks. So I'd either suggest going for a headshot of yourself or possibly a logo. I find when people just have a anime character or anything like that, it seems like they're just a generic user rather than an actual YouTube channel. So if you are going to go for an anime character, maybe incorporate that into your logo, or maybe even make your own, who knows. The other things you want to look at in terms of presentation is your videos themselves. Make sure the thumbnails are on point, make sure the title is captivating, not too clickbaity. I know I've been, I think we've all been kind of subject to that in the past. And make sure your description's key as well, because that's what they're going to see. They're going to see the thumbnail, well mainly they're going to see the thumbnail and the title, so make sure those two are on point. But sometimes you'll see a little brief bit of the description, so make sure that's captivating from the start. Of course, things like that are also going to help you when it comes to SEO, which is search engine optimization, which is something that you can find loads of tutorials about online, or if you'd like me to go a bit more in depth about that myself from what I know, then leave me a comment in the section below. But presentation is key. Make sure any newcomers come to your channel, love what they see, know what they're expecting, and you'll be off to a winning start. Tip number 3, I want to talk about quality. So this is the quality of your videos. So I'm talking about things like making sure your audio is good, your video quality is good, and most importantly, your content is good. So we'll start with the audio. What I used to use in the very early days was a blue Snowball Ice. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. I used that with a program called Audacity, and that tend to help my audio stand out a little bit more. What you can also do is you can use a lavalier mic. This is the little things that just plug onto the shirt that you'll see in like interviews and whatnot. I did this for a couple of live streams I did a while ago. That's pretty good. There's a really cool Boya one. I think that's what I got. Really affordable lavalier mic, or lapel mic as they call them. So once again, I'll leave that in the description below, so if you want to check that out. Finally, what you can use is, I'm shooting on a DSLR right now. I've got a shotgun mic just on the top of that, and that's capturing my audio at the moment. Takstar one? Yeah, Takstar. Once again, it's another budget option. So even myself, I haven't spent a lot of money on my gear, and that's one of the things that I really want to kind of put out to you. The gear and everything, don't splash out on that to begin with. You can even shoot on your phone. Recently, a channel that I'm really like big fans of are into, Yugioh Anime Games. They've been on YouTube for 6 years and they've had over 1 million lifetime views. They've shot all their content on a smartphone, which is absolutely incredible. So you can do that. You don't need to go out and buy all this expensive gear. And a quick tip, if you are shooting on your mobile, make sure when you are shooting, you're not shooting like that, you're shooting like that, so you can see the whole thing. But of course, if you're going into cameras and things like that, get a tripod, make sure it's stable. Nobody likes shaky footage. But most importantly, when it comes to quality, make sure the quality of the content's on point. Make sure, you know, if you're doing these discussions, there you've looked into your facts and things. If you're doing openings, make sure that, you know, you're being yourself when you're opening them. Show that excitement of opening card packs, but most importantly, be yourself when you're doing it. Because that's one of the questions that I get asked. There's so many people on like YouTube doing Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. How do you stand out? And you know, a lot of people say just be unique, just make it your own. And they say, well, how do I make it my own? There's only so many ways you can, like, you know, open a pack of cards. And the unique way of doing it is just be yourself. Just literally be yourself. Your personality will shine through and people will connect with that. So to summarize that, just make sure your content is absolute #1. Make that your absolute priority. And then obviously things like equipment, you can build up over time. Just make sure what you're delivering is going to keep people coming back. Tip number 4 is get involved in the community. So how are you going to get your videos out there? It's easy. Just get involved with the people that are doing it themselves. What I used to do when I started was I'd find Yugitubers that are around the same size as me, and I'd just comment on their videos. Looking back, I started pretty bad because I kind of comment like saying, oh, you know, nice video and stuff like that. They'd reply and they're like, hey, I do YouTube too. That's a bit formal, because one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to go straight in and be like, hey, I'm a YouTuber, check me out, because, you know, it's rude. People are going to flag that and you're not going to get any kind of like love in any shape or form. So what I did is I turned it round and I did it the right way. So I went on these people's videos, I watched the video, then I commented on the video as a content creator. So I said what I loved about the video, what I thought they could maybe improve on, not being harsh or anything like that, but just kind of get involved with them and just start talking. And then, you know, there's a couple of people that I started talking to like way back when, 2.5 years ago, that I'm still talking to now. So keep doing that. And then obviously this ties in with the presentation thing as well. So sometimes you don't even need to mention that you do Yugioh YouTubing yourself, because you'll just be commenting away and people will see that your profile picture and your name like kind of stand out, like, hey, this person, you know, actually looks like they're maybe someone that does this themselves. So if you look professional and things like that, even if you haven't got the sub count yet, people will be impressed by that. So get involved with the community in terms of other people's channels. Comment away, but don't spam. Also, things you can do is you can interact on social media. There's tons of Yugioh YouTube groups online, as well as that, there's just Yugioh communities. So just, you know, get involved with that. Like, once again, like I said, just don't go all guns blazing. I'm like a Yugioh YouTuber. You just get involved with the community. You'll make some friends. You'll probably get collabs out of it. There's a lot of awesome content to be seen out there by other people. So get inspired by what they do. Also, other things you can do, there's things like duel links and your locals. Obviously, just mingle in with that community. Get involved. The more that you kind of, you know, raise in status in these different communities, the easier it's going to be for you to maybe drop that. If people haven't got to the point where they're like, oh, you know, this guy's a YouTuber, then you can drop it. It's like, oh, I do it too. This, you know, check out what I've done, or check out my deck profile on this. Make sure you build that relationship before you start kind of like throwing yourself out there. Otherwise, people will just see that as spam. I think that's probably one of the easiest things you can do, because getting involved in the community is, yeah, awesome. It's part of the fun of doing it. So I don't see why just going in all guns blazing, just trying to get people to like your videos is a thing. So just get involved with them. Share the love and the love shall be returned. Tip number 5. This is the most important tip, and this is one that I used to fail on, maybe still even fail on now. Just get started, no matter what. Like I said, if you haven't got all the gear, don't worry about it. Most people got a smartphone. Just go for it. Just start creating now. It's like, oh, I don't know what to start. You know, I don't know what to do. I'm not sure if this deck profile's like okay. Just post it. Just post it. I look back at my first videos now, and any YouTuber will say it. I'm like, ugh. What was that? My first Yugioh deck profile. You can check it out. I've left it on the channel simply as so I can see how far I've grown. Take my Yugioh fact video for example. That's got over 250,000 views on it. It was my first ever fact video, and it was the video that started to blow up my channel. I owe that video so much, but I cringe every time I watch it. I'm just like, oh, I could have done that so much better. But that's the beauty of it. Just get started. Don't, oh, I'll wait till I get my camera outside. Oh, I'll wait a month till I've got everything there. Just get started. Just get out there. The best way of learning and improving on YouTube is by, you know, growing from your mistakes. You're not going to make those mistakes if you don't get started, right? So don't be afraid of making mistakes. Everyone does it. Just get started. Just make it happen. Just jump. But thanks for watching. I hope these 5 tips kind of helped you out a little bit. I mean, they're really basic kind of standard stuff about just getting started or getting out there. And many of you probably already know the kind of tips and tricks going on. If there's anything specific you want to know from me, you want me to do a video on, then leave me a comment in the description below. I quite enjoyed making this video, to be fair. I spent a lot of my time just watching tutorials and stuff on YouTube, so it's kind of weird to be making one myself. So if there's any like specific topics you want me to go over, then let me know. I'll be more than happy to kind of go for it. Also, if you enjoyed this kind of video, let me know as well. I'm hoping to make like a series, maybe do 1 or 2 a month, yeah, looking at things like maybe looking into equipment, maybe looking into like how to make thumbnails, how to make banners, how to set up for an unboxing. Let me know. Anything you want to know, I'm more than happy to give back to the community. So, exciting times. And also, if you did enjoy this video, and if you want to see more Yugioh YouTube tutorials, fact videos, character deck duels, profiles, more, then hit the subscribe button. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the like button. Whoa. Share this video with a friend, or just leave me a comment in the section below. Let me know what tips you'd have for YouTube. I'm always interested in learning myself, so if you've got any tips that maybe you think would help me out, then hit that. But like I said, if there's anything that you want me to do a video on specifically, in the comment section, I'll look into it and I'll look at making a video, because it's quite fun to do, I'm not gonna lie. But that is it from me. I will see you in the next video. Take care.